Hello and welcome back to the Santhouse House. What are we doing today?
We are doing an adoption Q&A video. So we recently announced that we are adopting. Yay, we are so excited to be adopting, and we wanted to answer some questions and tell you guys more about adoption, where we are in the process, who we're adopting, all those types of things. So we're gonna answer those questions. The first question that I have is, why are you adopting?
Both of us have really wanted to adopt for a really long time. I remember thinking about it as a kid. I know Kathy has as well. And I think at the heart of why we want to adopt is the idea of being able to demonstrate to someone that they are chosen. Because adoption begins at a place of trauma and pain. And to be able to demonstrate not that we're perfect, not that we will give a perfect life, but that out of pain, out of trauma, we have chosen you. That's kind of the heart behind it. There's way more reasons than that, but this video would be way too long if I go more in depth than that. So, what kind of adoption are you pursuing?
We are pursuing a domestic infant adoption. So most likely we will be adopting a newborn. There's always a slight chance that the baby could be older than that. We don't know exactly, but most likely it will be a newborn. So next question, when are we adopting? It's like the who, what, when, all the questions. When are we adopting?
The short answer to that is, well, we have no idea specifically. The longer answer is that we have just completed our home study process and we are now in the waiting pool, which means that we are currently waiting to be matched with a birth mother and child, and that could happen anywhere between 10 minutes from now and 2 years from now or 3 years from now. There's really no timeline. We're hoping for the closer to 10 minutes from now than 3 years from now, but it could be anytime.
And when he says matched, it's a birth mom choosing our family.
We have a profile and she'll be able to look it over. And if she likes what she sees, then she can choose to meet with us. And if she likes us, then we get matched by her choice.
Right, it's entirely up to her. Yeah.
Are you pursuing adoption through an agency?
We are. So we are pursuing it through an agency that is here in Boise. And why did we decide to do that? I don't know, it just made the most sense. Well, the agency really does a lot, which we think is really great.
They're a fantastic agency. Like they're very well rated in general, but also one of the things that we've learned about what they do is that they put a lot of focus on working with birth mothers and supporting them and taking care of them.
And they work a lot with these birth moms to make sure that making an adoption plan is what they should or what they want to do and what they should do. And they kind of run through all available options with them to make sure that that is the best thing. And ultimately it's the birth mom's choice, of course, but they do work really hard to make sure that that's what she wants to do. Are we pursuing an open or closed adoption, and what does that mean?
So open versus closed in adoption means how much contact, if any contact, the child has with their birth parents. So an open adoption says they have a relationship with them, they know them, there's interaction, there's communication, and a closed adoption can basically mean like they don't know who they are or anything.
And we wouldn't know who they are either.
Yes.
It's not even just the child to the birth parents, it's us to the birth parents.
Yes. So we are pursuing an open adoption, both because there is a ton of research that supports that that's actually the healthiest thing for the child, because it gives them the chance to not only receive love from someone else in their life who does love them, but also it gives them the opportunity to have a lot of questions answered as they grow older, as they have those questions.
Yeah, so it just seems like the best option out of them. And again, the birth mom that chooses us would choose the level of openness that there is, and that would be worked through with her or the agency to figure out what that looks like and all the specifics of it, so everyone kind of knows what to expect and that kind of thing.
If you can't tell already, a lot of this process is we put in our profile that the birth moms look at. We put like what we're open to, like who we are, all these things, and then the birth mom is actually the one who gets to choose a lot of like how do these things play out. How much does the adoption cost, and how will you be paying for it?
It costs roughly $35,000 to $40,000, which is a lot of money. Adoption is very expensive, and there's a lot of reasons that it is so expensive. Part of it is because we are paying an agency to do a lot of this work. The people who work there have to get paid, obviously. But we also believe that what they're doing is really valuable with all their work with the birth moms. So we are fine to put money towards that. That's okay, it's part of the process. So how will we pay for it?
Well, partially we are just paying for it ourselves out of our savings. We've already paid quite a bit of money for that, for the fees that we've had to pay so far.
Basically, there's different fees that are due along the way. So up to this point, we have paid for everything out of our savings. And now we are starting to fundraise a little bit.
We're selling t-shirts, we have a GoFundMe, we have all of the normal things. One of the things that I think would be coolest as a way of paying for it is having the TikTok Creator Fund pay for it. Because when we create content on TikTok and when it does well, we do get paid for that, and I think it would be awesome to have that fund a lot of it. Because honestly, like, I'm not huge into fundraising. I don't really like asking for money because I like to provide value as a way of like being like, here's value, and for that value I receive money. And fundraising doesn't always feel that way because often people who give, yes, in an untangible way they're receiving something, but not in a way that I feel like I gave them something. I think those are kind of the big things we're thinking about.
So if you're interested in checking out any of those fundraisers, the t-shirt one, the GoFundMe, any future ones that we do, they're all on our website, and we will keep putting updates on the website as well. So if you want to just find out more about the adoption, I think we'll also put updates on YouTube, but just any even smaller updates will be on our website, and I think you can subscribe for blog updates.
You can. And there's also a likelihood that if you subscribe to blog updates, you'll know more sooner, faster, because honestly, it is way quicker to write a blog post than to shoot and edit a video.
It's true. So those will be like, as stuff is happening, we will put it on there. So if you want to check out our website, we have linked it down below. It's just thesanthousehouse.com. Right?
Yep.
I think.
And also, as just kind of an exciting note, we got like a P.O. box. We're doing a lot of things as a family that we decided we wanted to have an address to put out there that is not our address where we live. So we got a P.O. box that's also on the website. You're welcome to send us something if you want. You don't have to though, no pressure.
But we would love that.
We would love that.
So I think those are all the questions that we have for this video. If there's any questions that we didn't answer that you have, make sure you put them down below in the comments, or maybe go follow us over on our website so that you can get the updates all the time. Maybe your question will get answered through that.
And in the meantime, we appreciate you being here, staying to the end of the video. You are our loyal friend.
We appreciate you.
And we will see you next time at the Santhouse House.
Bye.